Another day in the life of Sovereignty Lab.
Yeah, we had 10 babies yesterday. That mama back there had 10 babies.
She's hiding.
She's shy.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half after I put the box in here. I came back and I was like, oh my God, there's babies.
So we got...
And she was bred with a Californian, which is white, and she's silver fox, which is black with the silver. And so we have a mixed litter, which is really cool. So far, they're just white ones. This is also the largest litter that we've successfully had.
There's not...
Wow, there's at least five. Bill, talk about some of the challenges we've had breeding rabbits.
Yeah, there's 6.
Wow.
There's a silver fox.
Look at that.
Little baby. Yeah, it's been a process over the past couple years of figuring out what we were doing wrong as far as breeding, what we were doing wrong as far as the nesting boxes and the mothers pulling fur and the mating. And I mean, it's been like it was a comedy of errors, starting out with me not understanding how to sex the rabbits to begin with and mating 2 males. And that didn't work. It didn't work too good. So yeah, those are all the babies. So
nice.
It's a big pile of rabbits. Anyhow, so it's like we're talking about how just the understanding of that, these systems that we're part of in our lives that many times are disconnected, and we'll try something once and it doesn't work and then we quit, and not seeing how the dots connect. And by learning different aspects of the system, you begin to see the connections. And that's something that Christina and I have worked on over the past several years, is learning how all of these systems play a role, are connected. And you got to screw it up. If you don't screw it up, you don't learn. And you have to continue on even though you screwed it up. And that's a big thing. It doesn't matter planting raised beds or the rabbits or the chickens or incubating eggs or hatching eggs. Like there was something in our most recent go around with the chicks.
Right.
Yeah,
we learned a big thing
from 2 years.
Right, from a comment that somebody left on one of our videos. It was like, oh, well, that's not something we'd learned before, you know, and so we really appreciate that.
Getting the box too cold after the first eggs start to hatch shrinks the membrane on the inside on the chicks, and then they can't move enough to actually peck themselves out of the egg.
Well, yeah, it's letting the humidity out too,
right.
And so to spray them.
There you go.
And what this brings up, like a lot of times the pivot's really small, and
the rabbits
we get here. We'll open this cage. We get so caught up in that, you know, the shift has to be huge and it's impossible to overcome, and you know, we can't do it, when really it's just a little tweak and it can make a huge difference.
I bet you this was the one.
We had one escaped
the other day.
I was like, oh, I can handle a baby bunny, and man, this one was like hightailing it out of there.
This guy, yeah.
Very sweet.
This was a litter of 7. And we've done, well, this year we had more than we had all last year.
Yeah.
Like just these 2 litters.
Right, that survived. You know? Because
we were learning from our mistakes last year, which, you know, was unfortunate. However, you know, we learned. That's a good thing. That's the key.
And it was as simple as, I mean, the simplest fix that we did was that we needed to stuff straw and pine shavings at the bottom and then straw on top. And then Mama would put her fur mixed in there. Well,
the big lesson is the tweaks are always small. The tweaks are never big. And that's where many times people get in their own way. We got in our own way. We're thinking, oh, we need to revamp the entire system and do things way differently, when in actuality it was a very simple tweak. And then for why the rabbits weren't getting pregnant the first year, because they were too fat. We were feeding them too much.
Yes.
So the tweak was feeding them less. And then I think it's the observation of nature. Observation of nature, and just allowing them to do what it does, and getting out of the way as much as possible. And that, we find that in working with clients and the homestead and all the other stuff.
And relationships. It's just a universal principle all the way around. Well, you guys have a great day, and hope you enjoy our update from the homestead. Check out our website, sovereigntylab.com, and learn a little bit more about what we're doing. Sign up for our newsletter. And
the potluck.
Yeah,
trade blanket potluck on June 3rd.
Yeah, we're having.
And that's good. You don't need to tell them more.